have to ask you, before the sailing, do you afraid of water?
Not at all.
What about swimming?
I'm not an amazing swimmer, but I'm not scared of the water.
So we can drop you into the water?
Not in my clothes.
Not in your clothes, okay. Sziasztok, Flyerz-esek! Egy igazán különleges helyszínről jelentkezünk. Itt vagyunk a Velencei-tó közepén, és itt van velem Dub FX. Have you bought a house here in Hungary? Because we are so lucky that we can have you here so often.
You mean what? You want me to buy a house in Hungary?
Yes, you should.
I mean, that would be good, but it's up to my, not just my decision as my wife. I would love to. I don't know. I have not got enough money to buy another house at the moment. I'm still trying to pay off my first house in Australia. I'm very much in debt. I'm not a very rich guy, I do a lot of festivals and I'm well known, but I don't make a lot of money. So. We got the wind on our back that blows. We can't get apart. We just move with the flow.
I remember the day when your music exploded the whole internet. It was such a long time ago. If you could choose to change the past and avoid putting that video on the net that started to your career, would you hesitate to stay with street music?
I think that, what happened was more than I ever expected to happen. I had no idea what was going to happen. My plan was purely just to travel the world and, make music and street perform, and I was hoping that maybe I would get inspiration to write songs that would then maybe become a hit song. I could get like assigned to a record label or something, and I thought my traveling would inspire me to write better music. But what happened was, while I was traveling, I got famous doing that. So it was like I wasn't expecting that to happen. I didn't think that street performing and beatboxing and looping it would become a thing, I love festivals. I love Hungarian fans. Festivals are definitely where I feel like Dub FX music belongs more than anything, On the street, in the clubs, but festival is kind of like a mix of the two. It feels like it's on the street. It's a mix of the street and the club together. It's like a fusion. And Hungarian fans are amazing. I've got probably Budapest is actually my biggest concentration of fans in the world.
Really? Yeah. And do you have Hungarian friends, not just fans, friends?
Yeah. So Javor from Random Trip.
Yeah. You were there at their party.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
A few weeks ago.
He's a good friend of mine. Also G-Ras from Rhythm Colony and all the other stuff, reggae singer guy. In fact, G-Ras helped me when I went to Jamaica a couple of months ago, and we did a bunch of dub plates out in Jamaica, and it was because of G-Ras that I was able to do that,
How many percent does music take of your life?
Ooh, that's a big question. At least 50%. I believe in order to have a successful relationship, you need to give your wife at least 50% of your time. My life, my music, it's all wrapped up together in one thing. It's not like I divide it, My baby, every morning in Australia when we're at home, I take my baby for an hour and a half, and Sahida goes and does yoga. And sometimes she'll come home and I'll look after her while Sahida does some writing poetry or something like that. And then for the rest of the time I go into the studio and I make music, and then when I come out, we have dinner together. We've got our lifestyle is really just so connected, and so it flows really well. I'm feeling that connection. By the way, there's heaps of room on that side. All those people over there who are thinking, I can't see, I'm too far away. There's loads of space over there, just letting you know, right?
And do they usually join to your trips?
Yeah, so Sahida and Sahara are both in Bristol right now. So we've got an apartment in Bristol, and on the weekends I fly off and do festivals like this one. In the week I come home to the apartment and we spend a couple of days together. It's better than going away for 2 months and not seeing them. So.
Do you have any rituals before the shows, the concerts?
Yeah, I have many rituals. I'll tell you all of them.
Okay.
So I try to meditate every day. That just generally. Otherwise, I go too much into my own brain, and I'm not focusing on the present moment enough. I also do qigong before every show. I try to do it every morning and before every show, which is an exercise which is all about breath work and connecting your mind and your breath and your body and your presence together. And I also do a prayer which I call the Amen break.
Are your songs linked to some of your own memories or happenings?
Absolutely. I mean, my songs only exist because of my own life.
Is it about your life?
It's not that it's about my life, it's about my observations through my life, you know. So I see things in society, I see things in myself, and I look at why I look at my own trauma and my own problems, my own insecurities, and I think to myself, why do I have this? You know, and then I break it down, I compartmentalize it, analyze it, and then I think to myself, well, this is because of that. Well, then there are many people who are also experiencing that, so therefore they might have the same problems. I try to make my music healing music. It's not like I'm trying to teach people how to be better. It's more like I'm trying to show people that everybody can be feeling the same thing. It's just that we don't talk about it enough.
We are always hiding, always suiciding, never are we thinking clear.